Hey guys, Midway Piper here. I hope all is well. It is a beautiful day here today. It is almost 4 o'clock and 66 degrees, which is fantastic. It's definitely not hoodie weather, but I put it on this morning and here it still is. So today is day 4 of the 2025 Codger Challenge. So half-breed mixture. Again, that's 50% half and half and 50% HU Balkan Passion. And I'm still enjoying this blend quite a bit, so I'm not mad about this smoking the same thing every day. So good stuff. Today is going to be another edition of Pipes and Books, as promised. Oh yeah, by the way, it's Bert. He's back. The only pipe I haven't smoked yet since the start of the challenge of the 4 is my Chris Harriet Squat Rhodesian. So speaking of which, though, Chris, congratulations on the that last video you posted today. Those pipes sold really fast, so congratulations on that. And I also just noticed that you're almost at 1,500 followers. It seems like you just broke 1,000, so fantastic. I must have packed this thing a little too tight, because it is not drawing properly. Bert's not behaving very well right now. All right, anyways. So, pipes and books. Go over what I'm reading, what I've read this week. And then I went to a book sale. I picked up a couple of used books. Got a couple of new books. So we'll just go over all of that. Why not? Why the heck not? All right. Only finished one book this week. And actually, I just started it this week. So, The Mysterious Island by Jules Verne. What a great book. What a great book. This is everything you would expect from a Jules Verne novel. Adventure. Bert is not behaving very well at all. All right. So everything you would expect from a Jules Verne novel. Interesting thing here is there's a bit of a Moby Dick aspect to it. So what I mean by that is if you guys have read Moby Dick or tried to read Moby Dick, one of the criticisms of this story is that there's a lot of side information, things about whales, whale anatomy, whale classification, how whales were butchered. And a lot of people say that that was unnecessary. Extra stuff that didn't need to be in the book, and it sort of killed the story for people. I actually like that stuff, which is one of the reasons I enjoyed Moby Dick quite a bit. This book has a lot of what some people would call useless information. I might have to unpack this pipe and repack it again, because something is not working right with it today. Something is not right with Bert. So if you don't remember, this story is about 5 Union soldiers, 5 Union troops who, to escape being prisoners, steal a hot air balloon, and they end up landing on an island in the ocean. And it's an uninhabited island, or so they think, and how they pretty much scratch a living from nothing, mostly due to the intelligence of an engineer who's with them. And there's a guest appearance by another well-known and well-loved Jules Verne character in this book. There are things that happen as you would expect the survival of these guys trying to simply skate by and live on an island. There's a little bit of some pirate drama that occurs. There's a volcano. There's wild animals that are trying to eat them. There's really something for everyone in it. So I would highly recommend The Mysterious Island by Jules Verne. Great book. All right. A novel bookstore. I talked about this one, I think, in my last video. I haven't made too much progress, and I haven't had too much time to sit down and read. Good story so far. I'm not going to tell you too much about it because, well, I don't really know too much about it yet. So it's pretty good so far. So we'll talk about that as we get further into it. So that's pretty much what I guess at night. I mentioned this in a previous video about the manosphere and being a good person. And I had it on my Kindle, and I decided to purchase the physical book. No One Is Coming for You by Christopher Burkett. So I got a physical copy as well as the Kindle. Since I just finished the audio of The Mysterious Island, this book just came out on Tuesday. Didn't realize he was publishing another book already. Where the Axe is Buried by Ray Naylor. This is, I guess, the third Ray Naylor novel, I think. The Mountain and the Sea is a book that he's sort of known for. So this one, let's see, just read you what it's about real quick. In the authoritarian Federation, there's a plot to assassinate and replace the president, a man who has downloaded his mind to a succession of new bodies to maintain his grip on power. Meanwhile, on the fringes of Western Europe, that has renounced human governance in favor of ostensibly more efficient, objective, and peaceful AI prime ministers, an experimental artificial mind is malfunctioning, threatening to set off a chain of events that may spell the end of the Western world. As the Federation and the West both start to crumble, Lilia, the brilliant scientist whose invention may be central to bringing down the seemingly immortal president, goes on the run, trying to break out of the vast web of Federation surveillance. Her fate is bound up with those of others fighting the status quo around the world. Palmer, the man Lilia left behind in London, who's desperate to solve the mystery of her disappearance. Zoya, a veteran activist imprisoned in the taiga, whose book has inspired a revolutionary momentum. Nikolai, the president's personal physician, who's been forced to make more and more harrowing decisions as he navigates the Federation's palace politics, and Nerlin, the hapless parliamentary staffer whose attempt to save his republic goes terribly awry. And then there is Krotov, head of the Federation Security Services, whose plots, agents, and assassins are everywhere. Dun dun dun. So, I've read his book so far, so I figured the new one came out, I was going to pick it up anyways, and now it's time to, I guess, jump into it. So, I think I'm maybe a chapter into it. I haven't read too far into the book yet, so. Yeah, Bert is just not behaving today. Took the filter out thinking that would help, but these next two books, so these are what I picked up at the library sale today. These next two books fit in the category of, did I need another book about that? No. But did I get it? Yes. So, Thomas Jefferson, in his own words. So, writings of Thomas Jefferson. His autobiography. Annual messages. Declaration of Independence. Opinions. The Jefferson Bible. So it's a collection of his writings. Okay. Bert's making me very angry today. I should have just unpacked it. Oh well. Next up, Vincent and Theo, the Van Gogh brothers. Again, did I need another Van Gogh book? Absolutely not. But I got it anyways. It was $2. Next up, How to Grow Old, Ancient Wisdom for the Second Half of Life. Cicero. Not a huge book. But, yeah. So, there's that. Next up, the door-to-door bookstore. This sounded interesting. Small-town German bookseller Karl Kohlhoff delivers his books to special customers in the evening hours after closing time, walking through the picturesque alleys of the city. These people are almost like friends to him, and he is their most important connection to the world. When Kohlhoff unexpectedly loses his job, it takes the power of books and a 9-year-old girl to make them all find the courage to rebuild their bonds with each other. Don't know. Sounded interesting. Karsten Henn is the author. Never heard of him. But we will eventually read it and find out. All right, last three. Man. Turning into an angry codger right now. Next up, Crossing the Threshold of Hope by John Paul II. I am not Catholic, but there's certainly something to be learned from everything and everyone. So, seemed interesting. Along the same vein, The Amish Way, Patient Faith in a Perilous World. So it's a book about the Amish way of life, which I find interesting. A lot of books and stuff on the Amish are from people who were Amish, who've come out of being Amish and aren't very positive towards the Amish. So this seems like it would be more of a Who Are the Amish? So I got that book. And finally, this one's not going to be a big read by any means, but I was talking about it just the other day with someone, and I like this edition of it, so I picked it up. Those of you of a certain generation, similar in age to me, probably read this book in school. Hatchet by Gary Paulsen. It's a 30th edition, and it's in a nice kind of leatherette kind of book cover. But guess what? That's not the only good thing about it. Ready? Ready? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A signed copy of Hatchet. That's a nostalgia thing right there, with a cool adult twist to it. That was in the kids section at the library sale. So, pretty happy to have gotten that. So, yeah, those are the books I got. Again, real quick, what I'm currently reading: Where the Axe is Buried by Ray Naylor. No One Is Coming to Save You by Christopher Burkett. And A Novel Bookstore. So that's what I've currently got going on. Like I said, I just started the audio of Where the Axe is Buried, so I don't remember how long that book is. I generally listen to audiobooks on 1.5 times speed, so I'm guessing it's probably around an 8-hour audiobook, so it shouldn't take me too long. So most likely early next week I will get into another book. Probably be Huckleberry Finn. Most likely. I was kind of hoping there would be something that really caught my attention and was going to get me really excited to read at the library sale. And I don't think there's anything super exciting that I got today. Picked up some books for my son as well, so that's good. Not the books he was looking for, but he's got his gym class tomorrow. He's gonna rank up, so that's good. He's excited, so maybe we'll take him to a bookstore to celebrate tomorrow after that. But yep, that's about it. I think tomorrow's video, tomorrow's video is going to be a response to a question that I got on yesterday's video about the Sermon on the Mount. And the question was along the lines of, my thoughts on the what we'll call the Hebrew Roots movement. If I had any thoughts on it. And I certainly do. I was very into that for a little while. So tomorrow's video will discuss a little bit of that. Otherwise, that's it for today. I'm gonna see if Bert can manage to finish his bowl today, and then I guess I'm giving Bert a very, very good clean out. So that's what I'll be doing later. But that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.